She's a phenomenal player.
And when you've got someone who moves markets, you have to pay attention to that person.
The women have the headlines, they have the fans, they have the viewers. When the hell are they going to get paid?
College basketball has never seen a bigger star than Caitlin Clark.
And you know, it's true, there has been no one like Caitlin Clark.
They said it would never happen, that no woman in the WNBA would ever crack the $1 million mark. Not through league salary. Not through influence. Not even through raw talent.
She's the reason the WNBA just won the lottery. Without Caitlin Clark, nobody cares about any of these players or the league.
Low viewership. Limited sponsorships. Capped contracts. The system was built to keep it that way, and then Caitlin Clark walked in overnight.
This was by far the best year the WNBA has ever had.
Who, by the way, I'm going to go there, who happens to be white, and brought a level of attention and allure to the sport it had not received before.
Jerseys flew off the shelves. Networks started battling for broadcast.
Set an all-time record for total television viewers at 54 million. They set an all-time record for the number of telecasts that reached at least 1 million viewers. They had their highest total attendance in more than 2 decades, up roughly 50% from last year. This was the kind of season that WNBA executives never imagined was even possible.
While the league clapped politely and critics brushed it off as hype, something massive was happening behind the scenes. A financial shift so big, it just rewrote the rules of professional women's sports. And now it's official. Caitlin Clark has become the first player in WNBA history to lock in a salary package that crosses.
Caitlin Clark might be the first one to get up to $1 million.
Not promised. Not projected. Paid. It's a deal that has veterans whispering, sponsors chasing, and the internet losing its mind. Because
she fills seats. She brings the cameras. She brings national publicity. We can lament it all we want to, but the fact of the matter is, Caitlin Clark is box office.
It's a wake-up call. The league will never be the same again. So how did we get here? How did a rookie become the highest paid figure in WNBA history, not in 10 years, but in her debut season? The answer isn't just in the money.
Pretty exciting. One of the big reasons fans flock to State Farm Arena is, of course, the Caitlin Clark effect.
She's a wonderful player. She brought a lot of eyeballs.
I think one of the things I love about Caitlin the most, do the thing that she knows everyone wants.
Let's get one thing straight. No one in WNBA history has ever touched a $1 million salary. Not Sue Bird. Not Diana Taurasi.
To speak to her, to be around her, she's got charisma, she's got style, she's got bravado, she's got class, she's smart as hell. Communicates her thoughts very, very well. She is so incredibly marketable. I just think that she's elevating the profile of women's sports in a way that most women should deeply, deeply, deeply appreciate.
The league has operated under tight financial limits for years. Rookie contracts capped around $76,000. Top veterans barely crossing $250,000. For decades.
These WNBA players playing overseas or playing in off-season leagues during their off-season because you're not making wages that are sustainable enough in the WNBA.
The entire Fever payroll is $1.2 million. That is less than the minimum salary for a single NBA player with a year's experience.
But Caitlin Clark didn't just bend the rules, she shattered them. So how did she hit the $1 million mark?
Fanatics sold more Clark jerseys in 1 hour after she was drafted than any other sport or player ever.
It's not just a standard WNBA paycheck. Clark's financial package is a layered storm of influence. She inked a $28 million.
But in addition to the jersey sales, Clark now has an 8-year, $28 million deal with Nike that will include her own signature shoe. The deal is the richest sponsorship contract for a women's basketball player. She deserves it. She deserves it.
The largest ever for a women's basketball player, complete with her own signature shoe in the works. Add in major partnerships with State Farm, Gatorade, and Panini, and suddenly her annual income skyrockets. According to sports finance analysts, these deals, combined with performance incentives and promotional bonuses, have pushed her total WNBA-related earnings well past the $1 million.
According to On3, her NIL valuation, meaning all of the money she made from her endorsements,